And we only missed one hand here this time. Actually, didn't even miss it. The last hand was the ace-8 of diamonds, and Valduvan ended up just taking it down on the turn with a bet. Let's see. What was I going to do? Oh, I needed to make sure something worked in my studio here. Let's see. I need to actually go to my documents and then here. Pocket twos, early position, we'll just let it go. I don't think my, yeah, for some reason it didn't take that last video for some reason, so try and fix this. Kind of odd why it did that. I'm not really sure, but hopefully we can get this up without any troubles. This was number 3. There we go. Now it's rendering. Hopefully that quality is the same as the first video, because I think the first video will actually be one of the first videos that actually looks good on my screen. The last couple I've tried, it's just been too far away from the screen. That's why I'm actually just cutting the table and everything down just so it's a bigger the screen is basically just my poker table. So Queen Jack of Spades. Bills hasn't raised a ton, but I'm actually going to play this hand. It's not terrible. We've got backdoor twice, so we're actually going to lead out $2 here just to try and slow him down. If he has an underpair to the ace or the king, then he might just let it go here, but trying to get a free card. He straight called me, so I'm checking down no matter what here, but I'm pretty sure he'll think I have clubs now and just bet, so we're just going to go ahead and give up the hand here. I think he has me beat, but I'm just going to tell him I have an ace-9 here, so actually we're not going to tell him that. Good, we're going to tell him ace-7. Just a fib. So hoping he might have, a lot of people sometimes will show you one time, but he has auto muck his winning cards on and stuff, so just gonna go ahead and lie to him there and try to get him away from the suspicion that I was playing Queen Jack like I was. Going to raise here to $6 actually. It's kind of a strong play, but if they don't have either one of them, wow. So that ended up being really bad for us, but he hasn't played too many hands here, so I figured a $6 bet might have actually tell him I have a little better than I do. So that's unfortunate. 2 hands in a row, same guy. He had his crushed both hands, I'm pretty sure. Obviously the Queen Jack hand, but I think on that flop, when he just smooth calls me, I think he has us absolutely crushed there. I think he has Ace King, honestly, or Ace Queen at the worst, so that's unfortunate, but I guess the pocket eights hand, he hasn't raised too many there, so I could have just flat called there, which is probably the better play, but now I'm actually kind of glad I did, because if the board comes like 7 high, I'm losing more money to him, so I don't mind the re-raise there, because I'm versus 2 players. He's made his bet 145 every single time too, so. And the fact that Vald called, I'm out of position versus both of them, so I really don't like just calling. He'll call me probably with just Ace King. If he has Ace King suited, he might be raising here, but I don't think he'll re-raise with just an Ace King off. I think he would just call, because that's a pretty good raise. So him to go from my 6 to 23 is pretty damn strong. So I'm glad we did, because say he has pocket queens there, or maybe even better, since his raise was pretty strong. Flop comes down with an 8, but there's also his card, and it's impossible to get away from, so I'm glad I got away from it the way I did. But I would love critique on that, though, to see if that was the correct play. I'm sure just flat calling is honestly probably better, since I don't have a very strong hand and I'm out of position of both of them, so it's kind of likely that they would call. One of them might call, but not sure. Hoping all these raises I'm putting in here, though, will lead to a big hand for me. So we'll see how that turns out. But probably could have saved myself $450 there and just called and seen a flop. But you never know, honestly. And I always like telling little fibs online, since I have a real hard time in person lying to people. Like, I'm trying to get better at my bluffing and everything like that, but my reaction while people are thinking is so absolutely terrible most of the time in real life. So sometimes I do okay, but Hyper has not played very many hands, so him raising is very, very strong, honestly. I haven't seen him play too many position hands either, so yeah. Ace 10 in the blinds, pretty nice. Gonna mute you for a second, I'm eating something real fast. I honestly would have folded if it was just me and Hyper, but since Valduvan called also, my odds are pretty damn good there with Ace 10, but we're just gonna let it go. Wow. I did not expect